No, no, thank you.
Ich muss nur mal raus zur Cabin. Raus aus der Cabin?
Baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
Frodo, du musst den Ring zurück nach Odo bringen. Ist ja gut, jetzt konzentrieren wir uns aufs Spiel wieder.
We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges
Mit ihr
on
reden
your
wir auch
success?
ganz nett, das wird klappen.
There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Soft stairs on the right. Die hier?
You step to the right. The path feels soft and reassuring.
Wir
against
sinken da
your
gleich
feet.
ein.
The stairs almost seem to cradle you as you make your way down, like they're guiding your heels from one step directly to the next. You barely have to extend any effort to descend, the stairway doing most of the work for you. You don't feel like there's any concern you might slip or tumble or lose your way. But the further you go, the deeper you sink in. First, it's like a lovely plush carpet, your toes digging down,
Das ist eine
barely hitting
Wirbelsäule.
any resistance at all. Soon enough, you're fighting just to keep your knees from sinking out of sight.
So sollte eine Wirbelsäule nicht aussehen, aber irgendwie muss ich gerade daran denken.
Softness threatens to swallow
Oh,
you
jetzt
whole,
war
to
ein
wrest
Riesenkissen.
control of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss, pretending to save you from the cruelties of choice and consequence. It's slow going, but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall
Alles
back
gut,
into comfort and
Kendall.
nothingness.
Spoiler
The
dich
very
nicht.
struggle to continue forward, consuming your every thought. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you okay?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Wie ist dein Name? Jetzt können wir es nochmal probieren. Wie ist dein Name?
You can call me Princess, if you'd like.
Mist.
Princess.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that?
We can do that?
I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before? Should we tell him?
Also da hat sie die Hände. Das ist das vom Anfang. Das ist das vom Anfang. Und jetzt auch die Hände zusammen und so weiter und so fort.
Nah, let him stew. Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left until...
Ja.
Until? It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we
erinnert
woke
sich an
up
das ganze
and
Ding.
I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them.
Nein!
It's not
Pinke.
already too late. You have a job to do here and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Es gibt nun mehr von dir. Hier runterzukommen war irgendwie seltsam. Das ist so, als wäre ich irgendwie auseinandergerissen worden und dann wieder zusammengefügt worden. Weißt du, was mit mir passiert ist? Okay. Alles, was ich weiß, ist, du bist hier aus einem Grund eingesperrt. Weißt du, warum du hier bist? Okay, warte. Ich werde dich hier rausbringen. Versuchen sie zu befreien. Oh, warte mal. Es ist ein großes Ding. I can't trust anything here. Leave you in the basement. Das ist ein Ding. Guck mal. Regretfully think about the time you threw the blade. What? Was? Nein, warte. Es gibt noch mehr von dir.
Do you need help? Not that there's much I can do chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best. What's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? We'd always start by retrieving the blade. The one he made us throw out.
Was ist denn immer für ein komischer Bildfehler?
I wasn't the one who threw it. Oh, come on, you told us to. Don't try to pass the blame now that it's come back to bite us. Well, if I'd known we'd be dealing with this, maybe I wouldn't have been so hasty with my suggestions. I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Wir machen mal das hier, ne? Dass es seltsam war. Es hat sich angefühlt, als wenn wir zerrissen werden, aber wieder zusammengefügt werden.
I don't know what happened to you, but you look like you're in one piece now. But I understand. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out. And barely a way in.
Die hatten wir nicht.
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here?
Okay. Alles, was ich weiß, ist, dass du hier aus einem Grund eingesperrt bist. Weißt du, warum du hier bist?
I don't know why I'm here, but there has to be a reason, right? You don't just lock a princess away in a place like this without a reason. I wish I knew what it was. But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it. We both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster, and the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
Hilfe.
This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand.
Ich muss pinkeln. Ich muss so pinkeln, ich kann nicht mehr. Ich muss wirklich pinkeln. Es tut mir leid. Ich schwöre, ich beeile mich. Es wird nicht lange dauern. So, okay.
Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Ich werde dich hier rausbringen und also wir können sie jetzt versuchen zu Das ist das Letzte, okay. Also, wir machen alle 3 Sachen. Wir versuchen sie zu befreien, wir lassen sie im Keller und wir bereuen, dass wir das Messer oben gelassen haben.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess.
Nichts machen.
But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all
Und weg ist die Stimme.
falls apart.
Oh Gott. Oh mein Gott. Oh mein Gott.
I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Ja. Oh, die in der Mitte.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Die ist immer noch süß.
Please.
Wie denn? Es wird schon okay sein, so, also es wird schon alles wieder gut oder ich werde mein Bestes tun oder ich glaube nicht, dass ihr, dass man das hier fixen sollte und und ihr zerstört einfach alles. Ich werde nicht, ich werde mein Bestes tun. Und weg ist sie wieder. Aber du hörst niemals ihre Antwort. Sie ist weg. Und unsere Erinnerung kehrt zurück.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Is that a... Why is it here? Why now?
Okay, wir gehen jetzt einfach, wir reden nicht mit ihm, wir gehen einfach zum Spiegel. Guck mal, wie wir jetzt aussehen. Sie sind wieder weg. Und der Spiegel macht natürlich immer, dass wir die ganze Welt hier verlassen. Aber, also, dass wir hier raus können. Wir müssen sehen, was da drin ist. Oh mein Gott, das ist nicht so gut. Uiuiui. Wir sind richtig widerlich. Okay. Und wir gehen zur Cabin. Das sieht ja schon mal fantastisch aus.
To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Das wollte ich ihr jetzt nicht antun, ne?
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Contradictions don't exist. Okay. How can you stand to be in contradiction? Doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us hurts the other. Ja, also entweder sterben wir, das hatten wir bis jetzt, ja doch, das hatten wir schon, aber entweder sterben wir oder sie halt. Also einer von uns wird immer verletzt, das manchmal.
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Wenn es etwas tut, dann macht es, dass ich dich noch mehr mag. Ich weiß nicht, was das über mich aussagt. Nein, nicht wirklich. Das alles fühlt sich so fern an, sobald ich in deiner Nähe bin. Warte mal, ich habe da keine Meinung drüber. Ich habe da überhaupt gar keine Meinung drüber, egal wie man das jetzt sieht. Ich möchte einfach nur, dass das alles aufhört. Ja, du quälst mich und ich hasse dich. Ich denke, ich hasse dich. Wir machen das hier natürlich, ne?
It says that your heart is gentle, that even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
Was denkst du von diesen... Ich weiß nicht, wie ich Westel übersetzen soll. Ich mache einfach Gefäß. Von diesem Gefäß.
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and walls. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
Ja, so kann man sich wirklich gut kennen. Weißt du, was mit den Welten passiert, die wir hier hinterlassen?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Aber wann ist denn die Arbeit getan? Kümmert es dich immer noch nicht, was ich dir als nächstes bringe? Wie viele Gefäße muss ich dir denn noch bringen?
We will know when we near our destination.
Simp. Toll. Wir gehen nochmal zurück.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Boah, ich erschrecke mich jedes Mal. Okay. Okay. Bring the stranger to
You're on a path in the woods. You're
Ja.
here to slay.
Ja. Oh ja, danke, dass du mir sagst, was ich tue. Wir machen das hier nochmal. Ne, warte, ich will dieses Explore davor haben. Krieg ich denn irgendwie eine Art Bezahlung dafür?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Halb 35, halb 35.
You make your way up the short path to the
Also
cabin.
irgendwas muss ja jetzt wieder
Find
anders
the
sein, ne?
princess within.
Jetzt einfach halb 35. Und diesmal sagt er uns auch vorher nichts, okay.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the blade is your implement.
Wir nehmen das
You
Messer
take
mit
the blade from the table. It'd be
und gehen in den Keller.
the door to the basement creaks open, revealing as
Kennen wir
her
alle
voice
schon.
carries up.
Who's there?
Jetzt haben wir die erste Version, okay.
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her.
Ja, mein Speicherverhalten ist komisch, lass mich in Ruhe.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or
Es ist
something?
nichts anders, okay. Geh nochmal einen Schritt auf sie zu.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Die Sachen passieren ja meistens auch beim zweiten Mal, aber trotzdem hatten wir jetzt immer wieder was anderes am Anfang. Wow. Okay, ich werde das Messer nicht fallen lassen. Es tut mir leid. Können wir einfach nur reden?
You're so close. Don't give up. You've come this far. No, this is a good idea. Maybe we can de-escalate things.
Oh, threatened, are we? You poor thing. Drop the knife, and of course we can talk.
Nein.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Ja, das hast du nicht zu bestimmen. Du bist nicht die Süße.
I guess we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already.
Hallo, kreative Irokäse, Entschuldigung.
Or drop the blade. Do something.
Wir starren sie jetzt mal an, während wir das Messer in der Hand halten.
You stare at the princess, squinting fiercely. She squints back.
Narrator ist jetzt auch wieder ganz anders, ne?
The two of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you?
Ja, schon.
You'll have to blink eventually. Just make a choice.
Wir wüssten ja eigentlich, wie es endet. Bis jetzt ist es wirklich die ganze Zeit so. Das hatten wir jetzt noch nicht gemacht. Ich weiß aber, glaube ich, noch durch die Demo, was dann passiert.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again
Ja,
and
das
again.
kennen wir aus der
Her
Demo.
fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Wir geben mal auf.
Are you serious? As internal bleeding
Eieiei.
sets in,
Wir können, also
blades
ich
fall
kenne
from
jeden
trembling
Outcome und wir müssen
hands,
sowieso im ersten
battering to the
Kapitel
ground,
sterben.
uselessly. You lacked the will to
Und sie
finish
ist
the job.
wunderschön.
Your bruised and broken body falling to its knees before her. The princess, exhausted, chest heaving with heavy breaths, tosses the blade away from you. This is the end, isn't it?
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She plants her foot on your chest and pushes you onto your back, the air leaving your lungs in a heavy puff. And then she brings her knee to your throat. She leans into it with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess, shattering your windpipe and leaving you starved for breath.
It's too bad. I was looking forward to some company.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Ja, okay. The tower.
You're on a path in the... You're here to sleep.
Ich muss niesen, aber ich will gerade nicht. Oh, Mist. Oh Gott, ich muss doch niesen. Moment. Okay, alles gut. Das war nur einmal.
A warning. Before she will lie.
No.
Might as well just pledge ourselves to her. And stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us. Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being
Dann halt alle die
pessimist.
schlafen gehen.
I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included. I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter. Rescue her? Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. Either would be terrible. So please try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving the world. Let's not make this harder than it has to be. If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say.
Oh mein Gott, ey. Das wird jetzt lustig.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest.
Wir sind sehr
The
klein.
only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small?
Ja, wir sind
We
wirklich sehr
don't
klein.
feel small.
We are small. So. Oh. Okay, ich will zum Spiegel jetzt aber nochmal. Wir machen das hier
That's
erstmal.
because there isn't a mirror. There's
Doch,
the
da ist
altar,
ein
the blade
Spiegel.
sitting on the altar,
Ja,
and
auf
the
der
doors of
Lade.
the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Warum sind wir klein?
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Doch.
Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway. And I'm sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse. For the last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future.
Ich fühle den Gebrochenen.
Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal. Probably. Do you not know what we look like? He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
Ich möchte dir selber da reingucken. Ich möchte sehen, wie toll ich aussehe.
Please don't.
Wie
I'd rather the
handsome ich
princess
bin.
kill us again than see how dreadful we are. I care less about what we look like and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something
Ich würde jetzt
so
eher den Narrator,
meaningless?
also wir sehen zwar wirklich den Spiegel, aber ich würde jetzt eher den Narrator halt gaslighten und sagen, Moment mal, wir sehen den alle, aber du bist derjenige, der den Spiegel nicht sieht. Vielleicht stimmt mit dir irgendwas nicht. Okay, liebe Irokese, vielen Dank für den Sub-Banana-Wert. Dankeschön. Wir gehen zum Spiegel.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Ich frage mich halt, ob die Prinzessin hat keine Fingernägel, ne?
We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
Schön. Wir nehmen das Messer wieder
Take
mit.
the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Die müsste ja dann jetzt auch riesengroß sein, ne? Wir gehen rein.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. This is actually kind of nice. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Stand da gerade auch der Narrator drüber?
Is that a guest I hear?
Oh God.
Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Okay.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down there. It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess. Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
Geil. Wirklich cool.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants. You brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity. Drop it.
The blade slips from your fingers and clatters uselessly to the floor.
Okay. Okay, ich hab's fallen gelassen. Sind wir jetzt cool?
We didn't have to do that. And yet you did. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels like to be in her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
On her command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
Wir werden nie wieder darüber reden, okay? Wir werden nie wieder darüber reden.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
Das ist alles nicht passiert. Falle nicht zusammen mit dem Chat.
The last time we met, you tried to kill me.
Nein, das war
And
ich
here
nicht.
you are again, trying to succeed where you've already catastrophically failed.
Ja, ich bin so ein Verlierer, eine Verliererin. Shame on me.
What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
The last time we met, nobody should have met her before this. You should be the first. You're the only one I trust to deal with her.
Ah, laber doch keine Scheiße, wir wissen, dass du lügst.
Then you shouldn't have trusted us. There was nothing we could do to stop her then. And there's nothing we can do to stop her now.
Und wir können sie nicht befreien.
He's being melodramatic, but yeah, we've been here before and she absolutely destroyed us. What are we even supposed to do to stop her? That's worrying. Whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
Bleib mal ruhig.
Do you think holding shut your beak is enough to stop me from prying it open? Do you think your skull can save your thoughts from being seen?
Can she do that? There's nothing she can't do.
Meekness, despair, but a hint of something more. A small taste of stubborn resistance. A grain in the storm of my cosmic wind. Enough to be felt, but not enough to matter. And there it is. I am destined to end the world.
Wir hätten ja eh jetzt, ne?
Something about that thought wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten. The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations. It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird, will help me seize it.
Wir sind ganz klein.
She's inevitable. There's nothing else for us to do but help her. Maybe she'll be nice to us.
Ja, bestimmt. Was möchtest du, was ich tue? Was hast du geplant? Nur weil du jetzt die Welt untergehen lassen sollst oder weil du irgendwie dafür bestimmt bist oder so, heißt das nicht, dass du das nicht wirklich machen musst. Du kannst ja auch, du kannst sein, was auch immer du möchtest. Ich habe Fragen, die ich dir stellen möchte, bevor ich irgendetwas tue. Oh, wir sind ganz klein und auf unseren Knien, also bitte. Was ist denn passiert? Was ist mit dir passiert, nachdem ich gestorben bin? Das hier würde mich interessieren. I'm yours to command. Pledge yourself. Ach!
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
Yes.
All you need to do now is break my chains.
Aber kannst du es nicht selber machen?
If this is what you want, then I guess
Oh.
there's not much else for me to say. No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not
Der
when you're
Narrator
so
muss
close.
sterben,
I
der
won't let
nervt.
you do this.
Ich muss jetzt hier die Fesseln aufmachen. So.
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong.
Oh mein Gott, macht ihr den jetzt weg?
Trying to conceal you from me. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo